What up, y'all? So this is kind of a first video that I'm gonna probably throw in when I do my vlog. But I'm here, all set. Your girl's about to get her tummy tuck, and I'm excited as hell because I waited so long for this, and it's finally happening. I gotta get this piece of hair that's bothering me. So let's get it poppin'. What's good, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks as always for tuning in. And if you're embarking on this new journey with me, a new set of series that I will be including on here because it's only right. Now, I want to start from the beginning. You probably read the title, so you already know what has happened. But before I get into any photos or questions that I have reached out on my social media platforms, if you follow me, then you know what I'm talking about. So if you have been on this YouTube journey with me, then you know that the milk carton was not originally my first YouTube name. When I first began YouTube, my channel was called Just Steph because that's literally just me, just Steph. Don't try to be anyone else but me. So when I first began YouTube, I started doing fitness videos. A lot of my friends was like, Steph, you need to do YouTube because, you know, you lost over 130 pounds, you know, you need to like share the wealth, you know, all that good stuff. So I did, but I had to really tap into what my niche was. And for me, fitness just wasn't my thing. Let's just say that it didn't. And the thing is, I don't want anyone to think like, oh, you know, why did you change? But you have to realize when you do YouTube videos and you're putting in a lot of work, and you feel like this isn't working, you have to change up the plan. And so that's what I did. But starting this YouTube journey of my fitness has always remained dear to me because there was always one area of my life I wanted to improve despite losing the weight. I had lost over 130 pounds. I was literally almost 300 pounds. I'm about 178 right now, maintaining. I haven't weighed in yet because of surgery, but I developed really bad saggy skin to the point I had so much saggy skin that it was like if I would eat or drink, all my food I felt like would go towards the pudge. And I'll show you guys photos. I'm not afraid or embarrassed to, you know, discuss that, but it would be like I'm working so hard, losing inches and everything, and my saggy skin is just like not moving. Even when I lost the weight the first round after my son, because that's when I really lost all of my weight after getting almost up to 300 pounds. I got down to like 160, and then of course, boom, I got married and then had my daughter, and then gained some weight, and not even really weight, but the fat. I gained more in fat than I did in the number, and you guys know you can be one weight versus another. So then I lost like 35, 40 pounds from that. And I said, you know what, now that I have maintained it, my daughter is going to be 6 in May, it is finally time to get this tummy tuck. And I was truly scared, and I always would put it off because I'm like, no, I don't want to be put under, you know. Yes, I'm healthy, and that's why I kind of made sure like I was really healthy. You know, I did blood work on top of anything else, and we'll get into that too because I did change facilities, so we'll get into that a little later. But I made sure like I did my own personal blood work, so I made sure like my liver, my kidneys, everything was good with me. Everything was 100% healthy, you know, making sure my blood pressure is where it should be, you know, making sure my hemoglobin is at a good rate, because they say like your hemo should be anywhere 12 plus and up because, you know, you lose a lot of blood in surgery. So you want to make sure that you'll be able to be good. A lot of girls need cell savers in order for the massages. So for me, when I got mine checked, it was a 14. I was like, oh, that's amazing. Like that means like I'm gonna be really great. So to know before I even got the surgery that I was healthy, and I knew I was doing this for the right reasons. I mean, who wouldn't want to do it for the right reasons? You know, but I'm doing this for me, not anyone else, making Stephanie happy. That is the most important part. And I think you have to figure out that if that's why you want to get a tummy tuck. You know, what's the end goal for you? Is it going to make you feel good about yourself? Is it just adding a bonus to what you already look like? You know, do it for you and nobody else. No, and don't let nobody deter you from why you want to get it either way. So I am now 8 days post-op and I feel good. I got what we call an extended tummy tuck. So my tummy tuck is literally from hip to hip, and I got lipo done to my flanks, which is your love handles, and that has been my struggle after my daughter. It's like my love handles would not leave, they would get down, then I feel like they would go back up. So you know what I did? I was like, you know what? Take it, because if I'm gonna get surgery, baby, you're gonna do everything that I want, so that way I'm not going under the knife again, because I ain't doing that again. No sir. Now, so like I said, I got what we call an extended tummy tuck, which is you will be cut from hip to hip, and I'm so glad my surgeon did not like cut me towards like, it goes pretty back, but it's like more so my sides versus like the back of my back. I have seen some girls get extended tummy tuck all the way to the back, and I'm like, thank God that was not me. So yeah, and like I said, I got lipo to my flanks, and that was pretty much what I got. And I also got muscle repair. So the muscle repair, it helps to build back your muscles that you lost while being pregnant and gaining so much weight, you know, and you lose that weight and those muscles didn't come back together, and that's basically what muscle repair is. And I will say, laughing is the mother effing devil with a muscle repair. Oh my gosh. So I did ask some questions on my Instagram because a lot of people had reached out to me, and so just so that I'm not I feel like repeating anything from what I'm gonna say, and then I'll say, you know, let me just do a debrief from day 1 to day 8. Day 1 wasn't as bad. I just had a lot of soreness and tightness, and that was pretty much it. The anesthesia didn't really bother me until day 2, meaning the next day. So my surgery was at I had to be there at 6:30 in the morning, and I went back around 8 o'clock. So it was really brief, really good, and that was the fun part. Like when you wake up, you're like, oh my God, my surgery is finally here. And you know, you planning this for months on months, and some people do years on years. So to know that it's like finally that moment, it was like, oh my gosh. And I kept saying like, Lord, don't let my blood pressure be up, because I'm an anxious person. So I was like, Lord, I don't want to get canceled. But speaking of being canceled, that is why I changed facilities. Originally I was gonna go to Miami, but Miami, not that it's a bad thing, but Miami makes you do hella blood work at least 60 days before you go. And then I had just kept seeing in the surgery groups that a lot of girls had got canceled because their blood pressure was a little high, and then it didn't work out because I felt like my best friend wasn't going to be able to come with me, and I didn't want to put her in a bad place, you know, financially. So although it was planned and I had took care of everything, I had took it upon myself that I felt like it was just best to get the surgery done in where I live. And I'm really glad I did, y'all, because like, yes, I'm up and about today, but like day 2, day 3 was a little rough for me. Like I threw up due to the medicine. So make sure you're like properly eating, you know, staying hydrated. And I wasn't really hungry at all. And I was just pumping those meds in me like they told me to, and it made me sick as a dog. But once I stopped taking them the next day, on day 3, I started to feel so much better. And let me tell you, y'all, throwing up was like brutal hell. Oh my gosh. And I think it might be relevant to people who get a C-section, but baby, yeah, it's like, oh my goodness, like, oh my God. So I'm trying to make sure I have everything. So now that I have talked about that, I did go here. I went to Dr. Bella and Towson at Bellcare Health Care, and they were amazing from start to finish. I didn't have to worry about being canceled. I didn't have to worry about just the fears of anything, and it just felt really good to go home after my surgery. I know a lot of girls may love going to Miami. There's nothing wrong with that, but for me personally, it just wasn't the best situation, so I had to cancel that. I lost my deposit, but I didn't pay that much, so I wasn't pressed. But yeah. So I'm gonna start on the questions that I asked off of my Instagram and Facebook, because a lot of people have been waiting for this moment for so long, and they're probably wanting a tummy tuck. So let's get into that. So what was it like when you woke up? When I woke up, honestly, it was like, did we go in the back to get my surgery? That was the first thing I asked, because all I remember when we went into the OR room is they laid me down, and then the anesthesiologist, he put something in my IV, and I was like knocked the fuck out after that. Like, I don't even remember anything. I don't remember no countdown. I don't remember none of that. Like, I woke up like, oh snap, and the nurse was next to me. She was at the station, and they asked me, did I want anything? They got me a ginger ale, and they said I slept for like 40 minutes. It was like, oh, you a sleeper. Oh, I made sure to be tired, and so that way when I got home, I can go night-night. So what procedure did you get in the cost and the doctor? So I got an extended tummy tuck with lipo to my flanks, aka your love handles, and I paid about $10,000, and I went to Dr. Bella in Towson, and you're probably like, damn, $10,000, but my surgery in Miami was $7K. My hotel was about, when I estimated, it was about $1,000 because of how many days I was gonna stay. Our flights was about 5 something. So give or take, I probably would have been spending, honestly, no, I probably spent almost the same, because I was gonna add in like an IV transfusion to like give you that boost after surgery. And I had added in like the different massages and packages. So I would have been spending around $9K altogether down in Miami. So it kind of balanced out for me at the end of the day, because I rather prefer to be home. So if I had to spend an extra couple $100, it was definitely worth it for me. So are you taking any supplements to help with healing? So I'm continuing my normal vitamins, vitamin C, D, probiotic, iron, folic acid. And I'm taking another one in there too. It's just not ringing a bell. So I'm just taking everything that I previously was taking. They say vitamin C and iron and the folic acid are definitely detrimental to your post-op care, and they say how you were previously, like if you were working out and stuff, is also good for your post-op care too. Was recovery really hard and bad as TV makes it seem, or is it just soreness? So my doctor, he told me straight up, like, you will not be in severe pain. He told me this, and I was like, we better not be. And I can honestly say he didn't lie to me. The only thing is you're just very uncomfortable because you can't bend, you can't stand up straight, and you do have soreness. And that's honestly what it felt like. It felt like I went to the gym and I did like the ab machines, like overdid it like 10 times probably. And that's honestly how it feels. The areas that hurts the most is the fucking lipo. Like the lower back, oh my God, oh, baby. That's what hurts the most, to be honest. The tummy tuck don't even hurt, it's the fucking lipo. So, did you get lipo too? Did the massage hurt? Got lipo? Yes. No, the massages didn't hurt. The massages actually were relieving because the lymphatic massages are important. Some people don't get them. I got mine starting the next day. And I think you definitely have to go to someone who is very skilled, know what they're doing. You shouldn't be laying on your back at all. They should be having you elevated from your back to your head and your feet, because that's how you're supposed to be, at least for 7 days, they say, because you develop the risk of getting blood clots if you don't. And that's why it's very important to also move around and, get your body circulating. It's very hard, of course, like probably the first day for you, but it's also very important that you do it no matter what, and you have someone helping you. That is the most takeaway, having someone you can truly trust to be with you, because baby, you're not going to be able to wipe your ass, you're not gonna be able to do shit really. And I'm serious, like that may seem like extreme, but you need someone helping you cook, whether it's getting your food, helping you to the core. Were you really unable to wipe yourself after pooping? 100%. Like, I cannot now, I'm 8 days, I still cannot wipe my own ass. My husband has to wipe my ass. So that's why I say it is very important. Whoever is helping you knows, yeah, you're gonna have to wipe my ass. Yeah, you're gonna have to help me. Yeah, you really are. And what I found to be very helpful for my husband is get wipes, non-scented, of course, to help you wipe, and then he can do the toilet paper after, or whatever, how you want to do it. That way you don't feel funky and dirty, because it's very different when someone's wiping your ass versus you, I feel like. So yeah, my husband's doing an amazing job, I swear. So pain level, what kind of things you usually do that you can't? So pain level honestly was probably like a 7. The only day that it was like an 8, 9 was when I felt sick to my core. And that was because of the medicine. That had nothing to do with the tummy tuck. And you have to be slow. Like, getting up was a true task. Like, I didn't know how much arm fucking work I was gonna have to put in with this, but baby, oh my gosh. So like, I'm sleeping on a recliner. And so like, I put it down, like, the beginning, first few days, my husband would come in front of me, hold his hands out, and I would hold his hands, and we would slowly get up. And now that I'm doing it on my own, because you don't want to stay too, I'm not saying you're moving on too quickly to be independent, but you want to make sure you can do some things on your own, because as time goes on, you're gonna have to do those things. The other day I made my coffee by myself. That was awesome, but I can't really like grab things, so that's hard for me. I miss being able to just jumping up. I miss that wholeheartedly. I just miss being able to sit down on the toilet. Now I can sit down, but like being able to just like, oh, let me just plop my ass down and get up. I miss that. I miss laying on my side. Yeah, those are like the key things. I miss walking straight. Some people say they can stand firm, but me, I feel tightness, so I do not do it. And until I don't feel tightness, I'm gonna probably continue to hunch a little bit. So did you get the Exparel shot? So the Exparel shot is a numbing shot that they put on they do when you're in surgery. I didn't, because my doctor said that I would be good, and honestly, I'm kind of glad I didn't waste my money on it, because I feel like with the muscle repair, you're gonna have some little indications of a feel no matter what, from what I have heard from others. So honestly, it's just soreness. It's really not any pain. So can you share maybe how the first 5 days and how it went? So the first 5 days, like I said, day 1, you have anesthesia in your system, so you're gonna be very groggy. I stayed up late the night before because I knew I wanted to sleep. So I was really sleepy. I knew I would watch TV, then nod off, take my medicine, go to sleep. Day 2, I started feeling nauseous. I started feeling really nauseous because of the medicine that I was pumping into my system, and especially those Percocets, so those didn't do me any good. So like, I woke up very nauseous. Then later on, it got to the point where I just threw up, and I wasn't hungry, but I still had to keep feeding myself. So like, I would get full like really quickly. I think it was because of the muscle repair. Day 3, I woke up a little nauseous, but it was better than day 2. Day 4, feeling good. Day 5, feeling good. And it's just, after not having the meds in my system, it was more so like, okay, taking day by day, making sure I'm getting my blood flow circulated, make sure I'm going to the bathroom, just doing little things. Of course, and my husband be like, what are you doing? Like, I tried to go upstairs, y'all, because I needed, let me tell you something that they don't tell you before I lose my train of thought. They did not tell me that your period can come earlier after surgery. My period came earlier. Can you imagine? That was fucking utter mayhem. But I had a urinal, so that's like the top thing you want to buy is a urinal. So that way, the first few days you don't want to bend. So, get that. It's life-saving. But that's pretty much how that went. Okay. Do you continue to get massages after you heal? Yeah, I think it's very important after you heal to keep getting massages. You probably won't go as frequently, but I think it's very important because you invested a lot of money into your body. Take care of it. I see some girls who get BBLs, they're still going months and months post-op. I think it's also really good to keep going for yourself because you will swell. There's not they say you can swell up to a year. So I think it's very important to keep doing it and going to someone who knows exactly what they're doing. What are your do's and don'ts? Do's and don'ts. Do get the surgery because you want it. Do's is just know that. Do's, I say get the surgery, of course. You know, do your research, properly research your surgeon. You know, think about the pros and cons of going out of state if you really don't want to fly, being in pain. I know some girls can do it after day 5, day 6, but me personally, I didn't want to because I was only going to stay like 6 days. And then you got to think about, you know, time if you took off work and things of that nature. So just do your research, you know, go into these surgery groups to kind of get a feel because it'll tell you bigger than anything. No, that's not always the truth. That, you know, some people may exaggerate the truth, but photos don't lie of how people's bodies look. So go look, do your research, be realistic in what you truly want, especially if you're a girl trying to get a BBL and you know you don't have a lot of fat. Just know you're probably not going to get results that you're looking for. And I know someone had asked me previously, did I have to lose weight? Like she said, where I went, they didn't have like a low BMI requirement, although I was in my BMI thing. I just think that out of state is very different because they can take more liters of fat, and that's probably why a lot of girls go down to Miami. But see, I have a nice butt, so I don't want no butt. And don't overwork your brain, because you know, I had to learn that. I had to get out of my head when it was time for getting close to the date, thinking, oh my God, I don't want my blood pressure to increase. You're gonna make your blood pressure increase doing that. So like, you know, think positive thoughts. So, you know, pretty realistic things. How long does it take to recover? They say a full 6 weeks, but you can return back to work after week 1. I'm working at home virtually, so I am actually back. I'm on a computer, so I felt like it's okay. You know, I just throw my hair in a little bun, throw a cute, you know, well, I had this little granny shirt on. That's why you see me with my bra on. And keep it pushing. Do what you gotta do. I'm saving my leave for the summer. The maintenance, what's the maintenance after a tummy tuck? So the maintenance after a tummy tuck is doing everything that you did previously. If you lost weight, continue to eat healthy. Of course, you can have indulgent days. Wear your post-op material, whether it's your faja or your binder. You know, get your massages and live your life, girl. How much did you pay? Already said that. Do they have a payment plan? They do have financing, so like if you have care credit is really great, or if you pay it before the 12 months. So like for me, I financed some because I was like, why not? You know, although I have the money, so that way it can help build my credit up a little bit more, and I can just go a lump sum amount of money before the 12 months hits, so that way you don't get hit with an interest. But definitely save money up so that way you'll have it, because if you do finance, you'll have to pay the facility and the anesthesia fee up front with your regular money. You can't finance it through care credit with that. Yeah, and just ask them, say, hey, be realistic. Hey, I'm looking to get my surgery in 6 months. Ask them, how can you get on a payment plan to do it? I know in Miami, you can pay up until you go, and then the day of, they take cash or whatever. Like, you'll get a discount if you pay cash. Who was your surgeon? Said that. So yeah, I'll link all the info down below. Where did you go to have your surgery? Towson. How often are you getting massages? So because I changed my date, originally I had massages pre-booked in March, so I had to find someone else in the meantime because the lady that I was going to was out on vacation. So I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? So I ended up finding someone, and she's able to come to my house. And so I did like 3 back to back, and then she spaced the other 2 out, and then I have 2 more coming up. And I think I'm gonna add, I have one tomorrow, and I think I'm gonna add 2 more because I'm gonna have one next week, but I'm gonna ask her to add on 2 more because I really don't feel comfortable driving yet. So, and that would set me to go to the facility. So I think I'm gonna just reschedule those 2 appointments that I have with the other lady and just push it back. So right now I think I have at least 2 to 3 per week, you know, whatever. So I feel like that's realistic, but you have to just know post-op care is very expensive. Like these massages, you know, they can round up. So just know that you're gonna have to have money for post-op care. So hold on, I can't see this damn. Does the tummy tuck price include lipo, or is that extra? So some places include it, some places don't. Mine didn't. Like he gave me a price without it, and he gave me a price with it. Of course, I opted to do it because I said I'm gonna go and get surgery. I'm just gonna go ahead and take these love handles with it because I don't want it. I worked hard enough, just take it at this point, you know what I mean? So I was like, just take my love handles. And I'm glad I did because I love my shape so far. And you will swell. You will go through a period of you're looking at your body like, okay, what's going on? What's new with it? And just give yourself time. The only reason why I looked at my body was because in the meantime, I've been doing self massages. So like the lady, she taught me how to do it myself. And so she said, at least do it, you know, at least 5 to 10 minutes every day. So that way you're getting your lymphatic system going. Because you got to think about it. They took a boatload of skin. So your body is trying to get back. And then they cut into your nerves. If you had a C-section, you know what I mean. They cut into your nerves, so your body's trying to get back into that groove of everything. One of my friends, that was the end of the Instagram questions, but someone did ask me, I think it was on Facebook. She asked me if I had a drain, so I do have one drain. It's on my side, and I am so glad my doctor did not put my drain near my vagina because, baby, I don't know how I would have did it. So he gave me one drain. I came home in a binder. And I know a lot of people wake up in fajas, but I'm gonna tell you this right now. I kind of like the binder just to start off with being at least 1 to 2 weeks post-op. And I say that because the fajas are tight. Even the stage 1s, they're not as tight. They're not as tight as stage 2, but it's still tight. So I feel like in the first week or 2, you're still trying to like maneuver, you know, your fluids is trying to get up out of you. And although they help you to compress more, I feel like once my drain is out, it'll be a little bit better to like really compress. And I know like you can like put the drain through the coochie hole, but I just feel like it'll be so much better when that drain is out because it can be irritating. Mine doesn't irritate me as much, but so one of my friends had said, did they tell you what supplements to take to help speed up your recovery? No, they didn't really tell me. My massage lady actually told me, but I had already knew, like the stuff that she said, I was already doing because I take vitamins on a daily anyway. And vitamins are really good because like I said previously, if your hemoglobin and all that is down, it is going to be a rough recovery for you. Even if you, like I'm not saying even if you get the cell saver, but I feel like if you are taking proper care of yourself, your post-op care will be a little bit better in the end result. And that was pretty much the questions. I'm trying to think what else in these 8 days because I don't know how I'm gonna do the videos. So I could not vlog. I don't know how these girls be vlogging after a tummy tuck because lifting is heavy. I can't even lift right now. It's hard. But other than that, I'm good. I think it's so important to have somebody home with you who is like not gonna complain, not gonna be like, oh my God, why I can do that? My husband ain't complained once. not once, because someone's gonna have to be helping you at hand and foot, you know, especially the first couple days, like the first 3 days, like you're gonna really need help and you want someone in your corner to really help you. I'm trying to think what else. So I did go to my first appointment. Everything looks great. My belly, oh, he did me justice on my belly button, y'all. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. And I will show you guys before and after photo, because if you stayed this long, you deserve to see how week 1 is going. I still have some swelling in my abdomen area because again, I'm little. But yeah, that is pretty much it. I hope this video is very helpful. I did not vlog, sorry, but I don't know how people do that, especially right now. Like, that's a lot, baby, that's a lot. But I will be open and honest as possible with you guys. At the end of the day, if you want to get surgery, I say go for it. I feel so like I woke up feeling like a dream. Every day feels like a dream, because if you never had saggy skin, and I'm getting emotional because it's like, if you never had saggy skin and you're wearing an outfit and you're just like, and people will look at me, they're like, Steph, but you look so good. And I'm like, yes, I look good because I know how I hide my fupa. But I don't want to do that no more. I'm tired of doing it. Like, I worked hard for where I'm at. I want this gone. So now I feel like, yes, I can finally wear what I want and be a little bit more confident. You know, it's just something about that. Feeling good about yourself. And that's kind of where I'm going. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else. Oh yeah, don't laugh at my outfit, y'all, but I've been wearing little nightgowns looking like somebody. Y'all, my husband said I look like a little elderly lady. He said, you better sit your little elderly ass down. He ain't right. But other than that, things are going well. I'm continuing to just taking it day by day, walking, you know, eating, making sure I'm eating good, and just doing what I gotta do to continue my post-op care. You know, I'm excited to continue with my massages. I think they help tremendously, especially to get the extra fluid out. So, especially where I have my drain in. So I'm feeling good and I'm excited for this new journey. Milfing it, you feels me? But other than that, I'm feeling good. Like it feels like a dream still, like that moment that you have waited for. It's like meeting your new child. Like you get pregnant and you're like, oh, I finally get to meet my baby, but there ain't no baby. It's getting rid of the skin. So I hope this video was very helpful though. If you have any other questions, you can drop it down below. I'll try to keep you guys updated as much as possible. Every day is different. Every day is kind of the same. So it's kind of why I haven't vlogged it, but I will do videos to kind of like show you guys my journey. So if you made it this far, thanks for tuning in. And this is how your girl looks for a week versus what I went from. So, bye guys. Let me know if you have any questions, and thanks for embarking on this journey with me, because it is definitely a journey. Bye guys.